Yes, ma'am. All right. Good morning, y'all. Welcome to the early morning hustle show. We gonna jump right in. So, um, first, quick question. Um, have you written out your agenda for the week? What do you have to do this week? I'm gonna take these glasses off because they annoying me, bitch. But how do you get ready for your week? And what kind of agenda person are you? I'm the type of motherfucker that I gotta write my agenda out. So if it don't get written down, it's not getting done. So I have planners and shit, but this was the closest thing to me. So this is my agenda for the week. So have you written out your agenda for the week? What the fuck do you got to do this week? Because with all of the things going on, sometimes we tend to forget what it is that we have to do. So what the fuck are you doing this week? All right, so we starting this week early. We starting this week off a little bit different. I'm trying to get my structure down. So sip some tea with me. This is something that I did when I was in corporate America. I used to sip corporate tea with me. So we're gonna talk about the latest gossip. We got 10 minutes of gossip. If we don't go all the way through the 10 minutes, I'm okay with that because y'all know I always get caught up on politically incorrect bitch. So there's that. All right. So sip the corporate tea with me. So rumor has it, Adele voice bitch. Rumor has it that the Tims is pregnant by fucking Future bitch. Apparently he did wait for her or she waited for him. So look, I can't sip my tea because it's too fucking hot. But the tea is rumor has it that fucking the Tims is pregnant. That's crazy to me. All right, next. Remy and Papoose. Word on the street, bitch, is Remy and Papoose broke up. Now, the crazy thing is and this is what I was listening to King of Reeds. We're gonna talk about him. Listen, I'm probably gonna run out of all of this 10 minutes, but we're gonna talk about King of Reeds in a minute. But Remy and Papoose breaking up. So messy question. So the T is that they're on separation. They're separated right now. But what King of Reeds was like, it's a big hoo-ha around how Papoose waited for Remy to get out of jail and now they separated. Listen, and I'm a echo his sentiments. At the end of the fucking day, listen, if it ain't working, it ain't working. I understand he waited for listen, loyalty is some loyalty is not often repaid with anything. You just loyal and that's the step you get that you was loyal. So I don't know if that's true or not, but that's very interesting. I know my big sister is a big Remy and Papoose fan. She say her and her partner is Remy and Papoose. At this point, I hope the fuck not. All right, Nicki Minaj and the Barb. So first off, shout out to Kylie Comedy, um, because um, he posted a joke about Nicki Minaj um, on his he's a fucking comedian on his fucking page. So y'all make sure y'all check out Kylie Comedy. And the Barb's came for him. The Barb's is wild, bitch. The Barb's found his wife. So my little niece always tell me about doxing and what doxing is because I don't be into that shit. The Barb's fucking found his wife Instagram, her business Instagram, and I want to say doxed his ass. Where they found this kid and was like, this your kid, your family ugly, you ugly. So, and I think about this. So on one side, I feel like I fuck with the Barb's because y'all know y'all my crash dummies. So as a crash dummy, I love that my fans would stand up for me. But at the end of the day, like, don't ever be mean to nobody. We're never rude in the fucking neighborhood. I don't care. Like, stand up for me, but don't ever go after nobody life or livelihood. That's not okay, and that's definitely not cool. All right. Further on Nicki Minaj. So apparently Nicki Minaj and fucking what's his name? Nicki Minaj's husband and Offset been fucking beefing, right? And so, this not politically incorrect, but bitch, we almost done. So, so on a politically incorrect tip, I don't have all my facts because fuck, you know me. One, Nicki Minaj's husband is on house arrest. I know that he has been on house arrest. And he been beefing with Offset while Offset somewhere making fucking TikTok reels, bitch. So what's popping? While Offset making fucking TikTok reels. So um Y'all, I lost my train of thought. That's why I can't be speaking to people when they come into my chat room because I be fucking forgetting. Um, Offset TikTok reels. So, a question of the day, I was having a conversation this morning. So, Offset called the police. Y'all think that's a snitch ass move for him calling the police? That's what was said. And it's also said that Nicki Minaj's husband is now in jail for 120 days. Who fucking knows? But first off, I feel like y'all too fucking old to be fighting. Just period. Like, over some dumbass shit. I don't even know what they into it for, but they into it over something that's really not worth. My rule is if it's not an immediate harm to me, my life, or my family life, then it's really not worth beefing about. Like if you're not fucking with my weed, my money, or my family, I'm cool on you. We ain't really gotta. And like when I say fucking, like it can't be no talking shit. And I understand, like, talking can turn into shooting, but listen, if you ain't shooting, then but maybe that's too late. Anyways, rant another tangent, not how I planned it. All right, so really quickly, I want to give an ode to the Kingarees for HIV awareness. I love the Kingarees. He's one of my first. He's one of the first people that I ever watched in this social media influencer world, and he is HIV positive. And one of the things in his platform is HIV awareness, and he just did a campaign about HIV awareness and sexual health and a stigma about HIV awareness. And I just wanted to just shout him out because like like he is he has been and always will be one of my favorite PR reps. Like he is the epitome of branding and in what I would like to be like. He always say that's not this person's politic. He is a big person on women. He's a big person on colorism. He always speak out for the dark brown and chocolate girls. So I'm always gonna be a huge fan of him. But there's a lot that goes around HIV stigmas and awareness, and I personally am very ignorant about HIV stigmas and awareness. But like he was saying, like first off, did you know that you could be HIV positive and like be dormant and not be able to actually transmit the virus to somebody? I didn't know that, but how did I learn that? From the Kingarees. So if you're interested in learning about him and HIV awareness and stigma, make sure you go and check him out. All right, so really random last piece of sip tea with me. The origins of the Michelin star. And so y'all know me. Y'all know a bitch love to eat. Y'all know I love good food. So the Michelin star, first off, the Michelin star, how did it get started? I love a good random fact. So the Michelin star, like they said in the video, it started, Michelin makes tires, correct? Correct. So how Michelin was, when cars were first made, I think it was like 1908 or some shit like that. They sell tires, and there were only 3,000 cars at the time that Michelin started creating tires. So Michelin was trying to find another way to make some money. Bitches, the early morning hustle show, and you know I love a good hustler. So Michelin was like, okay, what's a way for us to start making money? So they created Michelin stars. So they said that they would, or what they did was they went around the world and they pointed out all of the best restaurants, gas stations, and hotels, so that people would want to buy a car and drive to these places and test them out. Genius idea. So they have a manual: 1 star, 2 star, 3 star. 3 star, of course, is the best, but Michelin star all derived from pushing the motherfucking pushing their tires. It was another way to advertise their tires. It was another way for people to get in the car and go. So I think that's a very interesting thing. I love Michelin stars. So y'all know the neighborhood got crowns, bitch, whenever we do Food Truck Friday. So interesting factoid for you guys. All right. So one of my favorite parts, we are now going into a minute ahead. Politically incorrect. Y'all, we're going to start with this story of the day, bitch. The story of the day. So my boosted voice, that fentanyl killing everybody. That boy say, send them back, bring crackheads back. What's the song? Bring light skinned midgets back. What's the song? Anyway, so in the Bronx, check this out. in the Bronx, a baby OD'd on fentanyl at a daycare. It says, so I looked this story up because I heard this story on the news. I think I don't even know why I had the fucking news on, but on the news, it was. Oh no, I actually found this story on TikTok because one of the followers was like, y'all, I forgot which news anchor or broadcaster was pissed off because a 1-year-old child died at a daycare. Um, they OD on fentanyl. First off, just imagine fucking taking your child to the fucking to daycare. You at work, and then somebody call you and tell you your child OD'd on drugs and you ain't never seen a drug in your life. I can't even fucking imagine. Like when we hear these news stories, I be like, I don't think that we think deeper than what's right in front of us. Like I be like, that's so Raven. I be jumping into people's bodies like I can't imagine how that mother and that father felt when they found out their child. Like they just was going about their day. Like that's when people, I feel like this when people really question God. Like, God, what did I do to you? Why would you fucking allow my child to die? Listen, it's the craziest shit in the whole fucking wide world. But a baby OD on fentanyl. So real quick, there was a first off, what the fuck? These people that actually allowed these kids, the fucking was 36-year-old, I forget her name. It's not important. We're not gonna give her any fucking clout. But underneath where the kids, so my little niece used to go to daycare. So underneath where the kids played, there was a trap door, and it had all kind of fentanyl and all kind of drugs. They had they said they had a kilo fucking press. It had everything. So I just one thing I can't stand is a dumb drug dealer. You understand? Like, don't if you're gonna be a drug dealer, be a fucking evil genius. Don't be a fucking idiot. Like, and don't endanger kids. Why would you have that so close to the kids? And so my question really is, all the questions that I have is, what the fuck? How the fuck did this kid even get this fentanyl? Did y'all have fentanyl crumbs laying around? Was it seeping through? Was it hot? And I like what? But they also had some fentanyl in the fucking hallway too, and there were some other kids that got sick. So it's just very interesting to me that a baby OD on fentanyl. So we're gonna take like 2 moments of silence to really just um send a moment, a prayer, whatever you do or don't believe in, to the parents and to the family that has to live with their child's life being taken so soon. Like, one, I know you fucking lying. I'm gonna have to give me a little buzzer where I know you fucking lying, bitch, because that's a know you fucking lying moment. All right. President Biden met with Ukraine last week. This is really it's just really chapping my ass. This Ukraine and Russian war. Oh, and I gotta talk about Trump too, but this Ukraine and Russian war is aggravating me because China just met with Russia. We meeting with Ukraine. Oh, I got a number for y'all. Do I have that up here? Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all when we get to numbers don't lie. But we're aiding fucking Ukraine. Um, with whatever war they have going on. Um, what was I about to say about Ukraine? Oh, random side note. We can kind of dive into the next point. We're gonna talk about Trump. Trump said if he's elected president, that he can basically, it's not apartheid, but that's the word I want to use. But he can basically come up with a negotiation that would have Russia and Ukraine squash their beef. That's what he said. He said if he become president, he could work that out. He is friends with fucking Vladimir Putin, but first off, he don't fuck with Rocket Man, and Vladimir Putin is working with Rocket Man. So that's interesting to me. I don't know how that's gonna work, y'all. My fucking I don't know what's going on fucking Instagram, but so I don't know. It's just a clusterfuck, and I told y'all I was like, y'all, this war with Russia and fucking Ukraine is going to involve us. And I really I understand that Ukraine need help, but I don't know how this is gonna affect us. I don't think it's gonna turn out how we want it to fucking turn out. So I just pray that they get it together. But Russia, Ukraine been fighting for a minute, and it's only getting what Drake say. You know how sticky it get. Um, Also, President Trump. That's really, we can call him that. He's still in the lead for the Republican nomination, which is crazy to me. I tell my daddy all the time, that boy gonna win. If you run, you gonna win. We don't have no. We need to start grooming now for the next whoever it is, because we don't have the Democrats. I'm not a Democrat. I'm an independent, but like we gotta do something better. I don't know. And all right, going back to Sleepy Joe for 2 seconds. Sleepy Joe said everybody, I'm gonna get to this when we get to numbers, don't lie, but everybody is concerned about Sleepy Joe's mental capacity and age. And Joe said, don't worry about it. He said age ain't nothing but a number. He said if anybody know about his health, it's him. That nigga don't probably know his name some days. I'm telling you, that nigga definitely got early onset Alzheimer's. I watched my grandmother go through it. I'm telling you, he ain't all love. And I honestly, I understand why people want him back in office, but I honestly don't believe that he needs to be in office. I don't want Kamala Harris. I was never a fan of her, but whatever. All right. So what else we got? I got like 4 minutes, baby. Oh, these. Oh, the auto strike is still going on. Oh, so the word of the day is furlough. So what is it? GM, Stellantis, whatever it's called. I can't read, bitch. And Ford. They've been on auto strike for, I want to say, a week and some change now. With more plants planning to strike, but the auto industry furloughed, I think, over 1,000 people. This is no, and the company said it's the first of many, and I'm not understanding why it's furloughing people, because ain't it people striking? And so, what's a furlough? A furlough is a suspension or discharge of workers or work of a worker or workers on the account of economic conditions or a shortage of work, especially when temporary. So, if people is on strike, I feel like, don't y'all need fucking workers? But I could be ignorant. Like I said, politically incorrect. I could be very ignorant to what's going on, but I definitely feel like furloughing workers at this time is uncalled for. And to continue, and I feel like it's a retaliation. It's just like, oh, y'all gonna strike, well, we gonna fire y'all. That shit blow me. All right. So I don't know if I told y'all. So President Trump skipped the first presidential debate, and he's gonna skip this one. Gas prices are at its highest right now at $3.88, but nothing beats the gas prices. I think they said in June 2022, when gas prices got all the way up to $5.08. Just an update for anybody looking for houses and things like that. Insurance companies are still pulling out of Florida, Louisiana, and California. And they still planning to impeach Biden. All right, real quick, numbers don't lie. 51,200. The numbers of refugees admitted to the U.S. this year. I like this number. 76,000. How much an artist made off a blank canvas? So there was this Danish artist that was contracted to do to do 2 big art pieces. What did he do? He submitted 2 blank canvases and named the art exhibit "Take the Money and Run." Bitch, I think that's the funniest thing in the whole fucking wide world. And so that has kicked up the debate about what is art, what is expression. I think that's art, and I think that was amazing. And I feel like other people are gonna try to do it, but they can't do it because it's been done already. And he made 76 grand off of some blank canvases. Canvases cost a lot of money anyway. Anyways, all right. 76%. 76% of people are worried about Biden's mental health. Is he gonna be a competent president in the next for the next election? All right, and then we got 113 billion. 113 billion is the amount of money that we sent in aid to help Ukraine. 500,000. Last number today, 500,000. How many people had their Medicaid reinstated? So there was 500,000 people who mistakenly or improperly had their Medicare revoked, and they had to restate it. Listen, I can't imagine like rent, but how you take away like healthcare? I can't go on the rant because I'm out of time, bitch. But all right, so we're going to get to the thought of the week. Listen, this thought is one of the most important thoughts to me. So if you're gonna be a hustler, if you're gonna be a boss, if you're gonna be a kingpin, you gotta know how to take an L gracefully. And I really want y'all to listen up, y'all, because this is it. I want y'all to listen up because I've been trying to figure out, as you know, if you've been watching, if you've been keeping track of the vlog, like like, and I saw me take this L way before the L occurred, so I was prepared for the L. And that's the art that you guys have to master. That's just I'm a seer, so I see things, but I didn't realize how taking an L would affect me. And I've taken some L's in my life, but this L seemed very unfair to me. So I want to talk to y'all about taking L. So y'all know I've been going through it, and I literally just took an L, and I'm not talking about Leanne, bitch. Like I ain't talking about laps, bitch. I took an L, and I wasn't wrong. I wasn't. Like you know, out. Rummy says, "Out between the field of right and wrong, I'll meet you there." But sometimes, in some instances, there's right and wrong. Do you understand what I'm saying? And it was some fucked up shit that happened to me. And it's I'm thinking the Lion King, and there was literally nothing I could do about it. You know what I'm saying? I did all I could. And at the end of the day, I just said, and I was just like, it's so fucked up that these people who fucked over me get to, stay and live the life they was living when they was wrong and I was right. But one of the things, so I had been in this perpetual cycle or this mental prison of how to handle this, how to handle this, how to handle this, because there are different ways that you can handle things. It depends on what you want the outcome to be, just to see what the end will be. The question is, what are you trying to accomplish? And that really tells you how you should take that L. I didn't know in that moment, especially not even for that moment, for months, I was just seeing red. I was just like, fuck this, fuck this. I was so clouded in my judgment that I couldn't see the lesson that was here. And it was one of the biggest lessons of my life. It was one of the biggest lessons of my career. And it's one of the most important lessons that I needed to learn. I just didn't want to learn it. But just like anything, shout out to Rusty Peace Papa. But just like anything, like everything that I went through in my past taught me and prepared me for my future. And in the moment, I couldn't see what this was preparing me for. But what y'all hear me say my affirmations, I will be one of the greatest. That is a vow. Yes, that is a promise. Always wanted to be famous, just being real, just being honest. My haters will always be nameless, giving them clout, I give them no power. Creators, though different than ancient, sooner than later, the world will be ours. I keep an eye out for the numbers. I stay in context, synchronization to infinity and beyond it. I am a comet, no destination. A lot of things I'm above, and there are a lot of things that are above me. Do not come for the people I love because I get scared, and then and then it gets ugly. Yeah, but in order to be one of the greatest, like this is a hard lesson that I really had to learn about taking L's, because when I realized I'm watching just in my meditation and trying to figure out what's my next move and what it is that I do, I found out, bitch, I'm not the only one that ever had to take an L. And we're not going to even talk about God, bitch, because he took the biggest L of all, but Jesus, but like it's not uncommon in success to lose, even if you're right. It's not uncommon. Actually, it's a vital part of success. And I don't take failing and losing is the same. Failure is I feel like they can be interchanged. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. But I feel like more or less like failing is something that you set out to do, and you know that you don't set out to fail, but you're testing a theory and you know that there's a possibility to fail. I feel like a L is something that you can't control. Like it was something, it's kind of something that sideswipes you, it takes you by storm. Like you really didn't expect it, if that makes sense. So the L or taking the L, one of the things is one, it's like getting punched in the chest, bitch. How do you react? Like I want to liken it to the Will Smith Chris Rock slap But I think Chris Rock was a pussy for letting that boy slap him like that. But I understand because I done been slapped. But the people that hit me, besides the abuse that I've been in, like they all ran and I ain't never seen them again on God. So there's that. But like it's the idea of the art of taking a lick and just eating it and understand that it's nothing that you can do about it. It's nothing that you can do to change it. And yet somebody might be right or wrong, but it happened. Okay, so now that this has happened, what now? Like taking an L gracefully is the most important part, I think, of being successful. There's a lot of different ways that I could have handled what was done to me, but I just ate that shit. They was wrong. Okay, so what? That's life. And it's fucked up, but that's life. And the sooner that you learn that lesson and you don't get caught in the hamster wheel of what did I do wrong, is that sometimes you ain't do nothing. Sometimes you did something wrong, and sometimes you didn't do nothing wrong. But I always told y'all, like, that can somebody causing you to lose can also be a tactic of war, so that we're in a place or a mental prison of stagnancy. Because if I'm stuck thinking about why I took this loss, then I'm not thinking about what I can be doing to progress forward. um and that's important. You got to be able to go from failure to failure, loss to loss, lick to lick, without unfazed. And what that does when you're able to take a loss, whether it was warranted or unwarranted, unfazed, it fucked people up. It fucked people up real bad because they thought you was gonna stay down. They thought that you wouldn't go never make it. They thought that that was gonna be the blow that took you out. But that's not it. Like, you're not that. And I think the art of taking the L is super important. Sometimes you're gonna lose. Um, What Molly says, sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Sometimes you're gonna fucking have to lose. That's a part of it. So, what do you do when you lose? How do you handle losing? Are you a sore loser? Are you a it's like playing a game with a Nintendo. I grew up playing Nintendo, and I see some people when they lose, they throw the remote control, they get the cussing, they get the breaking shit, and then I seen some people lose and they be like, "Oh, good game," and it's crazy because, and it fucked with me because one of the guys that was playing with me was like, because I had told him stop fucking playing with me, bitch. Swear to God, I was like, and he was like, "Let the games begin," and he said that shit to me like on some soft shit, and then at the end of the day, I had to take that L. And so all I can say to that boy is good game. And sometimes people win by cheating. Some you gotta when you gotta take it. And I don't want that to be the reality. I don't want that to be but you gotta take it. It suck. You know what I'm saying? Um Sometimes getting your get back is more distracting and more costly than the loss itself. Sometimes somebody's main intention is to make you get your get back because they want you to continue to lose. Take that L and go, bitch. Like, you ain't successful if you ain't never failed. You ain't successful if you ain't never took no L. You gotta take L's. And let me tell you, once you get that first L out the way, it's like getting that nut. Once you get that first nut out the way, the rest of the L's is gonna be a lot easier to take. And so I feel like God gave me this big L because it was just like big Leanne, bitch. Nah, he gave me this big L because what he's preparing me for is something much bigger. And I'm going to see a lot more L's and a lot more unfairness, but I'm supposed to beat up. You understand? So when you look at your L's as God setting you up or preparing you for what it is, it's like being a teacher. It's like being a student of life and being taught one of the biggest lessons of your life. And contingent upon how successful people want to be successful, but are you willing to do what it takes to be successful? Are you willing to lose? Are you willing to lose gracefully? Are you willing to take the L and learn from it? Are you willing to let what your opponent did to you teach you the ways of the game? So if you learn and you never lose, if you learn then therefore you never fucking lose. And that's what I really need y'all to understand. Like, Feel how you feel. Be mad about the L, but don't stay there too long. And don't let that L distract you from moving fucking forward. And that's it. That's all I got for you. I'm running up on my Thursday, my 30 minutes. So what, happy Manifest Monday. It's the early morning hustle show. Make sure y'all have a great day. Get your agenda down. Get whatever you need to get done for this week. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.